What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So just like I told you, I am back with a new video a lot sooner than I'm sure you thought I was going to be back. So I did actually miss a week. I'm Colombian. We miss stuff, okay? So today's video is actually going to be a what's new at Wet n Wild. So I went on their website and I found out that Wet n Wild had a whole ton of stuff that they just came out with for, I guess, their winter collection, not sure, but it is just a whole bunch of good skincare, like the necessities that you would need. So today we are going to be doing a first impressions and a review on all of their new stuff that they have on their website, because I'm sure that you guys want to know about it. So let's get started. So the first thing that I got in my goodie bag of things that I ordered from the Wet n Wild website is the Photofocus Luminous primer stick. So they did have two different primer sticks, and I think these were only $3, which is great if it's a great primer. I got the luminous version. They also had a matte version. So I don't think, I doubt I'm gonna swatch this just because I don't think that it has a color, but let's put it on our face. Yeah, so absolutely no color to this, but it does have reflex in it, which I kind of expected. It does feel a little silicone-y. Yeah, it feels a little silicone-y, so I'm kind of worried about that, but it doesn't feel as silicone-y as, let's say, the Benefit, what's that? Professional, the Benefit Professional. That, to me, just makes my face at the end of the day look like slime, like just a grease ball. It's gross. But this one actually feels really good. It feels like it's filling in my pores, and it's not accentuating any texture. Thinking that it is luminous, I would assume that it would kind of accentuate any texture that you may have on your skin, but I don't think it is. So obviously, guys, we're not gonna really see a difference in how this is gonna affect my skin right away. So I will have to come back and tell you guys how I feel about it after my day of shopping, because I have a few gifts that I stopped by, and it is the day before Christmas Eve. And if you are Hispanic, you know that Noche Buena is Christmas to us. Christmas Day, I don't really do anything. So I am slacking hard, so hard. But yeah, so let's move on to the next item, which is their Photofocus. Oh, guys, I was reading the French side of it. Or, yeah, that's French, right? I was reading this side of it when this is the English side. So this is the Photofocus Stick Foundation in Sand Beige. I hope that I got my correct color. It kind of looks in the tube like it would be my correct color. And I'm actually so excited to try this foundation because their regular Photofocus Fluid Foundation is so good. I think it's actually one of the best drugstore foundations that I've been able to find. So I really, really enjoy it, and I'm hoping, praying to God, that I enjoy this one too. The only thing is that I haven't really enjoyed many stick foundations. The only ones that I could think of that I've tried myself that I really liked are Hourglass Stick Foundation. I don't remember the name of it, but the Hourglass Foundation is really, really good. And the Makeup Forever Foundation, the stick foundation, that one's actually really good too. But I do think that stick foundations kind of leave me a little bit greasy. Like, I tried the ColourPop one recently, and I really did not like it. It caked up around my nose so much. Although I do have dry skin at the moment, I feel like my skin isn't that dry for it to be doing that. So I don't know, maybe I have to play around a little bit more with some other stick foundations, but let's get into this one. So the best part about stick foundations, oh, I think this color is gonna be perfect actually. The best part of stick foundations is that you could kind of just like slap them onto your face and you don't get your hands dirty or anything like that. Like, I always get my hands dirty with my foundation because I use the back of my hand as a palette, and then I dip in and just dot it around everywhere. So my hands are like filthy at the end of it. And with this, you won't have filthy hands. So that is a plus for me. All right, so for this side of my face, I'm gonna use my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. This is one of my favorite sponges. And we're gonna try to blend that out. Hopefully this isn't one of those kind of stick foundations that like does not blend very well. And actually it's blending really nice. I feel like it's not sitting on top of my face where I feel like a bunch of the stick foundations that I have tried kind of just like sit on top of my face. They don't really like melt in. I actually, surprisingly, I'm liking how it's looking right now. So I'm looking at it up close right now, and honestly, this is a good stick foundation. Like, for real. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky or anything like that, and it doesn't feel like it's just like sitting on top of my skin. Now, I don't know if that was the primer or if that's just a foundation. I will have to let you guys know that in the description box down below after I try this out a little bit more. But for right now, I'm loving how the sponge side is sitting. All right, and on this side, I am gonna use a brush, and we're gonna see if it has a little bit more coverage with the brush. Usually, brushes leave you with just a little bit more coverage since there's absolutely nothing for the brush to absorb. And again, it's just like gliding, like it's blending so seamlessly. Kind of has me a little bit shook, to be honest with you, because I'm like a foundation snob. I love trying on foundations. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. My skin doesn't like it, but my favorite thing to try is foundations because I'm just like ultimately looking for the perfect foundation that's gonna make my skin look incredible and skin-like and beautiful and juicy and dewy and all of those good things. And I'm really, really liking this one right now. So I came a little bit closer to the camera so you could see how it's sitting on my skin. I do like how it's sitting on my skin. Up close, I am seeing that I'm getting a little bit of cakiness here in the nose region, and I could tell that it's going to settle into my fine lines. And like I said before, I don't know if that's because of the primer or if that's just the foundation, so I'm gonna have to let you guys know that at a separate time down below in the description box. But for right now, I'm actually really liking it, and I feel like it's gonna be one of those foundations where things sit really, really well on. So I don't actually think that I need more foundation, but I do want to see how it builds up, and I want to show you guys how, if it does build up. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my face and pop on with my sponge because I do think that I liked it a little bit better with the sponge. And yeah, it does build up nicely. I don't think it added that much more coverage. The coverage of this foundation is already kind of like a medium coverage, if not light coverage in my opinion. But I do want to point out that I was just looking in the mirror and I feel like it's accentuating all the texture around my nose. And I don't really get that a lot with many other foundations, so that's something just to keep in mind if you do have any type of texture. All right, so moving on to eyebrows. This is one of my favorite parts of doing my makeup because my eyebrows are very important to me. I feel like me doing my eyebrows changes my whole look, my whole face. So I did get 2 brow products. I got the Ultimate Brow Pomade Gel Cream Formula that lasts, and this is in the shade Medium Brown. And I got the Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, and this pencil kind of reminds me of the Anastasia pencil and like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which I adore. Those 2 eyebrow pencils are my favorite, so hopefully this one works out kind of like it. So I am going to go in, I think this might be really dumb. This might be really, really dumb. But I'm going to go in on one eyebrow with the pencil and one eyebrow with the pomade and pray to the eyebrow gods that I don't look fucking crazy. So just like the NYX and the Anastasia Brow Wiz, this one has the pencil and then it does have a spoolie at the end of it, which I really appreciate because I need a spoolie. If I don't have a spoolie, I'm like, what's the point? What's the point of that eyebrow pencil? I have to go get another spoolie to be able to push up my brows. Like, no, I want it all in one, just like this one. So we're gonna push up our eyebrows first. This is my good eyebrow. This is my bad eyebrow, if you couldn't tell. This one just doesn't behave. Like, this eyebrow is, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this eyebrow. All right, so I just need to get a little compact because I need to be so close to my face when I do my eyebrows. I'm like, it's like when I do my eyeliner, I need to be like all up in it. But let's try this out. Okay, right off the bat, I love it because I love the consistency of this pencil. This is like the perfect formula for a pencil. It is exactly like the NYX Micro Brow and exactly like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Okay, so that is one eyebrow completed with the brow pencil and one not done at all. So as you can see, it did a really good job. I really like the consistency, like I said before. I think the size of the actual pencil is great. I don't know how much product it has in it, but we will see. Oh, okay, so that is exactly how much product it has in it, which is a decent amount. I feel like that, like for whatever this costs, I'll put the price up here. It's good, because let's think about how much Brow Wiz is for a second. Let's think about how expensive that guy is. And on this other side, I am going to go in with the Ultimate Brow Pomade in medium brown. So hopefully, oh God, I hope I don't look crazy, man. I really hope I don't, because I'm about to go to the mall and this is probably a bad idea. Actually, I know this is a bad idea. Not probably. It is a bad idea. So this is what the little pot looks like. Up here is a little brush, which I will not be using. Absolutely not. These little guys suck all of the time. So we will not be putting that on our eyebrows. And in here is the little pot. It's a very tiny amount of product. It has 0.08 ounces. It's a very small amount compared to the e.l.f. brow pomade and liner, which is one of my absolute favorites, and the Morphe brow pomade, which is also one of my favorites. So this is like teeny tiny, but it was also very cheap, so whatever. So I'm just going to take my favorite eyebrow brush, which is the Morphe G. I can't tell you because it is so worn off of this brush, but I will link it down below. But this is one of their gunmetal collection brushes, and it is so perfect for eyebrows and eyeliner. So I'm just gonna dip in here, and it seems like the consistency of this guy is like a little bit stiffer than the Morphe pomade. The Morphe pomade and the e.l.f. pomade are both a little bit more of a gel texture. All right, plot twist. They're both amazing. Oh my God. Both of these guys are the shit. They're amazing. They're so cheap. Both of my eyebrows today look like sisters. They don't look like twins, but they look like sisters. And I thought I was going to look fucking crazy when I left this house because I was using two different brow products that were two different colors, and they actually just both look really, really good. I'm very proud of the shape that I was given with them. They don't feel greasy or waxy or anything like that. I'm loving this. This gets an A+ from me. 2 thumbs up. So since I didn't get a new eyeshadow palette, although I know that they do have a new shade out right now, I'm just going to use the Not a Basic Peach palette. And just like the palette says, it's a beautiful peachy toned palette, but since it's not new, I'm not going to really go into much detail about this. I am just going to speed this up and let you guys watch the process. Alright guys, so I know I look really weird right now. I did my eyes, something super, super simple. Like I said, I'm just going to the mall to get some gifts and that is it. But I started to put on my concealer and then I remembered that I actually also purchased the Photofocus Loose Setting Powder in the shade Banana. So I am going to blend out this concealer and then I am going to use this powder, which I'm so excited about because I really love banana powders, but what I hate, want to know what I hate? These things. You see this little plastic paper on here? There's no lift for it. How am I supposed to get it out? Now I have to get like tweezers or something to get it out, and I don't even know where my tweezers are, so I am fucked. Oh. It just exploded everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna empty off a little bit into the cap. Okay, so I'm all blended out. Now I'm going to take the same sponge and I'm going to dip it into that cap. I'm just going to take a little tiny bit onto the sponge and look up and set my under eyes. I really hope this isn't one of those powders that has like crazy flashback. So I'm not really going to bake today. I'm just kind of putting a very light amount under my eyes with the complexion sponge. And it feels really good. It doesn't feel like that weird silicone-y feel that you get with certain setting powders. It feels really good in my opinion. All right, so that is it under the eyes. I don't think it brightened or did anything. It was kind of literally just a translucent powder, but it feels really good. It doesn't feel heavy at all, which I have a lot of setting powders that kind of make me feel a little bit heavy on my skin. Like the, I think it's the L'Oreal one. Let me get it out right now. The Maybelline Fit Me powder. I love this powder so much, but it feels really heavy under your eyes. So you gotta go in with a tiny, tiny little amount. Like I said, I'll let you know. I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of a wear test. I'll be back home probably in like 3 hours and I'll let you guys know how my face is looking. I'll come on camera and I'll show you guys so you will see if this powder works really well or if I look horrible and crepey and disgusting. And you will see how the foundation is performing. So we all win here. All right, guys, so I just went off camera and put on some mascara because there wasn't any new mascaras to try from Wet n Wild, nor would I really want to try a new mascara. I'm very picky with my mascaras. I have wonky ass eyelashes, so I need to have like the best of the best for mascara, and that to me is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Thank you so much. So what I did get was a new bronzer, and this one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Ticket to Brazil, and it is a beautiful warm toned color. It does have some kind of like shimmery flecks in it, and honestly guys, I don't know, nor do I think that this bronzer is going to be dark enough for me. I am a very tan Latina, and this looks like a blush. But we'll try it out. Just in comparison, this is another Wet n Wild bronzer that I actually do really, really like, which is in the shade You're Dragging Me Down, which was from their Fire and Ice collection. This was the darkest that they had. Wet n Wild, we're gonna need to talk. But we're gonna try it out, so I'm just gonna dip in with this It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe bronzer or powder brush, not sure. And we're just gonna go in and try to contour these cheeks, warm it up a little bit. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening because this is the same color as my skin. I don't know why I just smelled that. This one's not gonna work, guys. So unfortunately, this one's not for me. I think that this would look beautiful on another girl with a lighter complexion. I just don't think it's gonna work for me. I mean, it doesn't even bronze my forehead. So since there wasn't a new blush or a new highlighter, I just went in with the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. Mine is Beat Up, but it is such a pretty rosy pink champagne color, and it is just like the most beautiful glow. Wet n Wild has some of my favorite highlighters, honestly, at the drugstore. I actually think that they're the best highlighters at the drugstore, so I'm gonna take that back. They are the ultimate best highlighters at the drugstore. They're creamy, they're beautiful, they don't show any texture. I'm obsessed with them. I love them. But moving on, the last thing before setting my face that they did have new on their website was the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick in Send Nudes. And I think, if I am not wrong, this is just a lip gloss. But I love lip gloss. You guys already know this. Lip gloss is one of my favorites. I don't really use a lot of liquid lipstick. If anything, I just use kind of like a balm or a lip gloss or some lip liner and then a lip gloss. So this is perfect for me. And this color is really, really pretty. It is a rosy, pinky nude. So, but it does have a brown undertone, which works really well for me. So hopefully it suits my skin tone. And it doesn't look like I'm eating powdered donuts. So yeah, this one is really pretty. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it's like high shine or anything like that. It's just like a lip gloss. It doesn't have a scent at all. So last but not least, but what I was probably the most excited for was this Wet n Wild Photofocus Coconut 3-in-1 Priming Water. And I'm just so excited because I love the smell of coconut. And I love that this is a prep, a set, and a refresh. So you could use it as a primer, as a setting spray, as a refresher throughout the day. So I'm just gonna shake it up and pray to God that it smells like a tropical oasis. So that smell kind of smells like tanning oil. It smells like tanning oil, and maybe a lot of people may not like that, but to me, that's actually one of my favorite scents in the world. Like, you know, so this is for my Harry Potter freaks out there. You know when they're all in class and Professor Slughorn is showing them these 3 potions, and Hermione says that's Amortentia, I think is what it was called. It's love potion. And she says that you're supposed to smell what you love the most, like what makes you happy inside. And she smells freshly mowed grass, parchment, and I don't even know what else. Well, one of my favorite scents is tanning oil and sunscreen because it just reminds me of the beach, and I feel like that's the scent that I would smell if I was smelling love potion. Another thing that I really like about this primer water is that the spray on it is very, very nice. It's a nice fine mist. I hate when you spray certain primers or setting sprays and you just get like wet emojis everywhere, like, and your face is just like ruined. Like, why did I do my makeup? Because you ruined my skin. But this one I really, really like, and honestly, I kind of feel like I want to keep this one in my purse just so I could like put it on my face and smell that amazing smell at all times. All right, guys, so it is around 6 p.m. now, and I've been wearing this for around 5 hours, and I do think that that's like a good amount of time to be trying something out. So when I look at myself, my mirror is behind you guys, so I'm kind of like looking off to the distance, but when I look at the foundation, I actually think that it looks really nice, relatively nice for being around 5 hours of wear. It hasn't settled that much into my fine lines, so I'm not sure if it's that or the powder, but either way, I do really like the powder. Love the foundation so far. I think I need to work with it a little bit more to like really get it to my liking, but I do think it's really, really great. Eyebrow products, amazing. I'm obsessed with them. I'm gonna keep using them 100% for sure, and I will probably repurchase them once those run out because I actually really, really enjoy them. What else did I get? Setting mist and primer water, amazing, amazing. I brought it with me to the mall and I kind of like sprayed myself, not while I was in the mall, but like after I left the mall to refresh my skin, and the smell is just so good. I know it's winter, but like it's still such a good scent. And the lip gloss, okay, the lip gloss I don't really like. Let me tell you why. Okay, so I don't like this lip gloss because it's one of those lip glosses that aren't really glossy. Like, I don't know what the point of it was. I don't know what they were thinking when they formulated it. It's a nice color. It's not my kind of lip gloss. It's a little drying as a lip gloss, which is so weird to say. It went away off of my lips in like 2 minutes, basically. I ate and it kind of like got on the sides of my mouth. It wasn't really good. So I really do not like that. And you guys already know how I feel about the bronzer. Did not like the bronzer at all. And last but not least, if I'm not forgetting anything, the primer. I really like the primer. Everything sat super beautifully on the skin, so I'm gonna keep working with it. I'm gonna keep trying it on different foundations or with different foundations, and I will let you guys know down below what I think about it. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments, and subscribe to my channel. I'll wait here for not that long because I gotta go get these gifts. Alright, I'll see you later guys. Bye.